Hello friends, it's Emma from Emma Plans and Reads, and today we're going to be running through my favorite video to film, and I'm pretty sure it's your favorite video to watch, and that is a haul. I haven't had a haul on my channel for a while. I did have one maybe like a month ago, but it was only up for like a day because for some reason the quality was really bad. I feel like I figured out the quality issues. It's definitely not a camera thing, it's a exporting thing. So I think I figured it out, and if you're seeing this, that means I have figured it out. So it's been a while since I've done a haul on my channel, but I thought I just got my US box in. This is probably more stickers than I've bought in a long time. Like, why not share it? So this will be part one. At the start will be planner stuff, and then at the end I'm going to do some recent book purchases. Understanding that some of you are here for the books, some of you are here, most of you are here for the planning. So if you're not interested in books, then you can just finish the video at that point, but that will be clear. So we'll start with planner stuff. And I feel like we're gonna get the absolutely ridiculous part of this haul out of the way first. So Aura Estelle had, like, I don't think they're doing A5 wide size anymore. And so they had this like ridiculous clearance, like wipeout sale, and I went a little silly. I didn't need 4 planners, but I bought 4 planners. I feel like I'm investing in the long run, because normally buying a planner, like, these are normally like 90 Canadian dollars, which is like 100 Australian, and then because they're so big they cost me a shit ton to ship, so it's like $150 for one planner, whereas I literally did not even spend $100 for 4 and shipping. So although my US box cost me 500 Australian dollars to send to me, so there might not be a US box going forward, but that's another issue. Anyway, let's go into the planners. So in general, I prefer the Blossom design when I'm actually like live planning, so during the year. And then I like storing the spreads and the kits in a cloud. So I got a bit of both. The clouds are on top, so I'll start there. And these are all colors that I haven't had before. So the first one, and I don't know the proper names, I also really just don't care to be honest, because I don't think she sells them anymore, is this like white. I feel like this one would be called Snow. That would make sense. It's white. You probably can't see. Oh, you're going to be able to see the other stuff for a minute, but anyway. White with gold hardware. It's classic, it's simple, but I feel like using this every day, it would get so dirty. So it's definitely a shelf planner, which makes sense because, as I said, I prefer the clouds as shelf planners. Gold hardware, and the cloud has a little heart on it, which is really cute. I'm sure you've all seen these before, so I won't go too in depth, but it's just got the, like, I don't do anything with this stuff, the strings, and then it's gold hardware, as I said. I don't intentionally do it, but almost all of my planners are always silver. So having gold is like, I don't know, doesn't really matter, but it's just like a nice difference. And then I'm just gonna keep that, like, what is it, like styrofoam, polystyrene thing in there, just to like keep them set while I have them on my shelf. I don't really know where to put this. I'm just gonna put it on the floor for a minute. Then I have another cloud, and it is this like teddy bear brown. It's just like the most divine thing. Did I need a furry planner? No, it's kind of weird. However, I just loved it. I don't know. I think it's something different. It's fun. It's only going to stay on the shelf, so I don't think it'll really, like, I'm worried that it's going to like matte. I feel like it already has, but it's on the shelf, so who cares? Again, this one is silver, and it has this like silver detailing. It also has this like weird chain coming from the paw. The paw is cute, but what the hell is the chain for? Like, what do I need this long ass? Oh, it's separate. I still don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It like anyway, if anyone knows and I'm just a dumbass, please feel free to tell me. But anyway, as I said, it's like this teddy bear print, not print, like fabric, very cute. I don't know, something different. Then we have, as I drop that on the floor, 2 Blossoms. Yes, so Blossom is my favorite. As I mentioned, I love like this design. I don't know. This, I've gone between Cloud and Blossom over the years, and I just always come back to Blossom. My current year planner is a Blossom, and it is the best. So the Blossom has the little like flower, or blossom as the name would suggest. And this is in this like really pretty like purpley taupey kind of color, but the inside is in this beautiful purple. So I feel like this probably is going to be my day-to-day planner for next year. I feel like this inside to outside is really, like, I'm liking that. And again, it's got the Blossom inside. It is gold hardware, so that'll be a fun change up. But yeah, I feel like this one is coming for my, I'm going to use this one next year. And then finally I have a really classic black, which is funny that I've never used black, but I haven't. This is black and gold, so quite a classic design. This one was obviously an oops because there is a arrow pointing to the oops, which, I mean, unless I'm fucking blind, I cannot see anything. But anyway, it is the Blossom again, so it's got like the embossing, and yeah. So those are my 4 planners that I absolutely did not need. However, I literally think they were like $10, which is just out of this world. I needed them at that price. So those are the planners. Next, let's get into the stickers. So first things first, I'll go through. I have a Carly Plans order, and it's funny, this is actually from her last sale. I can't remember what kind of sale it is, but there's currently a sale running this weekend for her anniversary, and I'm going to order again. So it was in March, it looks like, so I'm not sure what sale that was, but anyway, I stocked up on a number of mostly scripts from memory, yes, and then some color, what are they called? Not color of the week, color of the month. So I got my little freebie or journaling card, and that's not a journaling card, that's a little thank you card. I got these couple of freebies, so as you well remember if you've been on my channel for a long time, I cannot for the life of me figure out what are on freebies. So this is like a spring themed one. Is that in focus? Yes. A April, which is obviously, I'm filming this on the 1st of May, but that's okay. We save it for next April. This like blue and yellow themed one, and then another spring, but this is the 50 plus, so that's fun. So those are the freebies, and then the icons I got. The first one I don't understand at all. I actually have 2 of these, and I don't really know why. Like this weird powder blue, and apparently I got that twice. I didn't even know you could buy one color. I thought all sheets came in the colorway. And also I've just noticed that these ones up the top are bigger, which is different to my normal sheet, which looks like this. So I don't know what I've done. I've obviously bought something different without realizing, but this is what I was supposed to buy, and this is like the spring airplanes. And for anyone who doesn't know, I use these to mark work because I work in travel. I've used these for years now, and she so kindly brought them back after she did take them out of her shop, and I had a meltdown. Not at her, but just in general, and then she brought them back. So thank you, Carly, for that. But yeah, I've got these random powder blue ones that I guess I will figure out a way to use. And then I do love, oh, I also have, sorry, this purpley, like purple and navy colorway as well. And then I picked up some Kindles, or they're technically called e-reader. Oh no, this one's called Kindle, which actually has like the little Kindle tree, and then e-reader. I am a Kindle girly through and through. I have not read a single physical book. I've bought physical books, but I have not read a physical book since I got my Kindle in December. And I've read like 30 books since then. So I am loving using my Kindle. I also read pretty much every day. So I find myself using a lot of reading stickers. So that's why I keep topping them up. So those were my icons. And then I picked up some scripts, and some of these are customs and some of them are not. Actually, let me sort out what is and isn't a custom. And I ordered them in her two, I don't know if they were new fonts or if they're sale fonts, to kind of get a feel for what they look like. I definitely I love this font. I don't know what font it is, but I feel like if this is a permanent font, this is going to be my new font going forward. I feel like it's really, I don't know. It's simple, it's small, it's classic, there's a lot on the page. I don't know, I'm a fan. So I got podcast because I'm really low on my other podcast sheet from her. And I don't love that font. That's from like years ago, one of her very first fonts, and I feel like we've improved since then. And then I have two reads. So this is the other font that I was testing out, which I like, but I definitely like this one more. So this is going to be my go-to going forward. And again, I mark reading so much. I like having different fonts, so it's not just like the same reading script every single day. And then in terms of customs, so some of these I think are the same. Yeah, a couple of them are the same. Nope. Don't mind me just sorting them out. Okay, so I have journal, because I was finding like this is something I mark quite often now because I obviously do my reading journal. I could have done reading journal, but I just feel like journal just summarizes it because it means I can use it in a little thing, I can use it in a bigger box, just like simple, whereas reading journal you kind of have to have a bigger box. So got that one. I got print and cut. I do print and cut my own kits, as in like from my shop, but also from other printable shops, and that's probably a newer thing, so I got print and cut there. And then I got two in walk, so I walk before work every morning, and so again, I like to have variation. When I mark the same thing every day, I like to have variation in different fonts and styles, so I got those. And then I also got walk and read, and so when sometimes I walk outside, I go for like a walk around the neighborhood, and then other times I walk on my walking pad and I have my Kindle stand set up with my remote and I literally read. And I have been marking like walk with a script and then writing and read underneath, but I knew I needed a walk and read. And probably one is not enough, so I'm gonna have to go back and order more because again, I do this like 2 or 3 times a week and they get used quick. Then I have read and rot, so kind of similar. This is like this is different from reading. Like reading is reading. Reading and rotting is like, get me out of my life, my head. Just let me lie on the couch and read and get immersed in reading. So that's read and rot, so very important. Then I have team coffee, which we do every Friday. We go for a coffee at the local shop at work as a team. And again, it's different from coffee. Coffee is when I get coffee. Coffee is when I get chai. Coffee is when I, you know, whatever. Team coffee is team coffee. So I needed a custom for that. And then I always mark like reading if I'm reading a book, obviously. And then I mark finished reading once I finish it. Those are like my 2 things. I don't mark starting a book. I don't otherwise write the name of the book until I finish it. And I wanted something that I could use. I was sick of writing finish reading. I don't know. It's just like 2 annoying words. So I wanted a script. So that is my order from Carly Plans, and as usual, I've never been let down by Carly. I'm so thankful she brought the planes back. That really is just amazing, and I love my customs. I'm definitely going back for this font if it is a permanent font, which I really, really, really hope that it is. Then we have, let's do some foil actually, and we'll get to kits at the end. So this is an order from Planner Hannah, and this is like my next few months coming up, what do I need kind of thing. I in general have kind of slowed down a long way on buying themed foil because I just feel like I was getting over the top and I wasn't using any of my foil that I had, any of my foil bundles, and I was spending like $20, $30 on custom foil like a bottom washi, underlays, overlays, and it was just getting out of control. So anyway, I decided now to kind of, I'm doing a mix. So I'm doing a little bit of like specific foil, themed foil, if you will, and then mixing it with a foil bundle. Or if it's a special spread, I will go out and buy themed foil. So my first order in a while, I did get this Rugrats card. I was never a Rugrats girly. I didn't like the show. So that's fun. And then in terms of freebies, I have the I guess like, oh, this is the SPC freebie, and I have no idea what foil color this is in, because it's like olive green, but then it's also like yellow. It's like double, I don't know how to describe it. There's like 2 foil colors. And then I got the all orders freebie, I think, in, there's like a pink waves. And then I got a couple, actually that's not a freebie, I'll come back to that. And then this fun label sampler in like a shattered purple, which I'll never say no to those. So, cool, those are the freebies. I'll put those to the side. Then I've got a couple of themed items. So first up is I got a custom bottom washi, and this is my favorite thing that she does. I love picking a words and then like a pattern, if that makes sense, and making a custom sheet out of it. So I got the music note washi, and I'm pretty sure this is from a foil bundle, which is so great that she like does that, for one, because I don't think she sells it normally. But I've got the music note, and then if I could find you, that's supposed to be now, not no, so I'm gonna have to cut that off, which is fine. That's an easy, I'm gonna cut that off. Things Would Get Better, which is probably the biggest yellow card song, Ocean Avenue. We went to the 20-year anniversary of Ocean Avenue album when they toured Melbourne a couple of weeks ago, and I did a full spread for it. So amazing, loved it, loved every second. And I just wanted a little hint of foil, of like themed foil. So I've actually already done that spread, so I'm gonna lay these down after this. And then I also did a single quote box, and I love that she does these now, so you don't need to buy like a full sheet of 4 when I don't know what I'm going to be using. And this literally says yellow card, Ocean Avenue 20th anniversary world tour. So love, I'm so happy with those, and like that's the kind of foil that I want to move towards, specific special occasion stuff. Then we have literally the opposite of what I just said. However, this foil choice felt so right that I kind of couldn't, and it's not a foil that I have in any other color. And again, this is the custom, and this one is the bow, pretty sure this is bow 4, and it's my favorite bow. I always get this one. And then the snow flake bottom washi. And then I've got 2 underlays, which I've got the Big Flakes and the Jack Frost. And these are my 2 favorite winter underlays. Like, I always go back to these ones. And then the mixed overlays. Now, these are all in Oil Slick, which seems like the weirdest foil choice for a winter kit. I fully get it. However, is there a better combination that you've ever seen in your entire life than this Northern Lights kit and Oil Slick? Because the answer is no. This is the most perfect. The Oil Slick is literally the Northern Lights. Like, I don't know. This is the only foil combination that made any sense, and I had to go with it. So that's what that random foil color is for, and I cannot wait to put that together. I just feel like, I don't know, even like the tone, how it's got like the gunmetal, kind of brings it down to match the night sky. I don't know, it's literally like the Northern Lights in a foil color. So then we go into 2 foil sheets that I don't know what they go with. However, I knew this was going to happen, and I made myself a note. So let's read it, shall we? foil. Birch, silver, that's Aurora, into green. Right, okay. So, wait, did I just, I just forgot what I wrote. Birch goes with frozen lake, apple picking, yeah, okay, so, here we go. I've got silver birch, which is just one of my favorite, again, winter patterns. It's classic, it's simple, but it's also like you can clearly see what it's supposed to be. And this is to go with the frozen lake art set, which is here. I just feel like, hello, that is perfect because there's so many trees in the background. I could have also done a snowflake, but a lot of my other foil is snow, so I kind of wanted to do something different. I'm just going to tuck that in now, actually. I probably should do the same with this. While I'm here, you're kind of getting a 2-for-1. Let me zoom out a tiny bit. You're getting a little sneak preview of my winter lineup. Then we've got, oops, I missed one. Another winter, no, that goes with my autumn kit. So does that. And then, did I mean to order that in orange sparkle? No, I definitely didn't. That's supposed to be pink. Okay, so, and then the other two things I have go with in my autumn, well, I guess May, because that's the last month of autumn. I got the coffee stain underlays in matte bronze, and I just feel like they make perfect sense without being too on the nose, like too coffee cup-y, if you will. So yeah, love those. And then I picked up the leaves 4 in Hunter Green to go with the Glam Planner Autumn Mystery. I'm using Sparkly Bonfire, and so I felt like I just needed to bring it back a little bit with some more reserved underlays, otherwise it was going to go a bit nuts. So that's that. That's everything for my lineup. And then I also have some stuff that is mermaid themed, which is going with a kit that you'll see in a minute. I have accidentally ordered these in sparkly orange instead of sparkly magenta, so I will need to order these again, but they are just mermaid, they're called mermaid tail, but they're like mermaid scales, and they're supposed to be in this color, just to give you an idea. So this quote box says find me under the sea, and then this one says mermaid state of mind. Again, I love that I can just do a single box. I don't need the whole sheet, but to have like 2 different quotes is really fun. And then I did get the bubbles as the other underlay, so that's kind of like what it will look like. And then this will be pink, as I said, instead of orange. So I feel like that's going to be really fun. I'm going to keep that out because it does go with a kit, as I said, that I have coming up. Now getting into the kits, so my first shop that I have an order from is Caress Press, and I haven't ordered from her in a little while, but I don't know, she just released a couple of really great kits back to back, and I was weighing up ordering from Caress Press or SPC, and I've kind of put them, I like opening them up on my iPad and putting them side by side. And kind of looking at the art, the colors, the vibe, and I picked Caress Press in all 3 of these kits actually. I got this freebie pack, which is like gold foil bits. These in particular, the hole reinforcers, I don't have many of, so that's really handy to have. So I'll put that in my gold foil section. So let's go through the kits. And so first up we have Spring Garden, and this is such a fun art set, and probably more importantly, it's such a fun color scheme. I think the blues and the greens are not commonly put together. Obviously green features a lot in spring art, but I feel like the powder blue and the green don't get used a whole lot. And it's just really, I don't know, it really just spoke to me. It is a little bit Easter themed, which for me, Easter is in autumn, not spring. So I will just take out the Easter stuff as much as I can, but I don't think it's not overly Easter themed. Like for example, I won't use this box. But otherwise, I think you can really hide it. This bottom washi has bunnies and carrots on it, but I feel like they can be spring bunnies and carrots, not so much Easter. And then I did get the 15mm, the patterned, which I just think is so fun with the daisies. I did also get the yellowy kind of goldy color, and I feel like this is just a really fun mix up to these 4 colors. I might even just like do this on the sidebar just to bring in something else, but I do also really love the 4 colors. I then have the dog, which is really fun. And then the blonde Fashion Girls. I just felt like blonde went with this art set the best. If you haven't really seen many of my haul videos, I don't really care which fashion person looks like me or doesn't. I pick the one that most, in my opinion, goes with the art set. And for me, in this kit, it was the blonde-haired person. Next, I'll go into the second kind of springier kit. And that art is from Kitness Jess, and then this is from Clip Art Kits, and it is the Pride Magic kit, which obviously is so important as a Pride kit, but I also think it's just beautiful for like a spring kit, a summer kit, a birthday kit, a celebration, like a baby shower. I don't know. I know it says Pride, so that's maybe a bit weird, but I just feel like it's such a fun, bright, incredible color scheme. The color scheme in particular is what really, I remember, drew me to this version. I think I liked the SPC full boxes more, but I actually really liked the color scheme from this one. And then like I feel like this bottom washi is such a fun mix up. So that's the kit, and then I picked up the extra, the light skin tone, which is just like a mix of different people, which is really fun. And then I did pick up, what's this? Oh, that's just extra boxes that came with the kit. And then I picked up the blue to kind of make it a bit more of a fun rainbow. Generally speaking, if there's an extra color, I'm buying it. Unless I really love the existing color scheme or I really don't like the extra color. If it's like a neutral, I'm generally buying it because in my opinion, the more colors, the better. That's the second kit. And then the last kit is a summer kit, and this is art from, I can never remember, is it Stick With The Plans or Stick To The Plans? One of the two. But it is this really fun pool. It's called Soak Up The Sun, and it's just this fun beach pool summer kit, and it's just like right up my alley. These colors are just like, could not be. If you said, give me your #1 summer color scheme, like it's pretty close to this. It's just like the hot pink, the hot orange, the blue, and then like the pink. I actually don't mind in this. I feel like it goes really well. Bottom washi, I did pick up the pink beach balls because I think that's just so fun. And then I did again pick up the extra color, which is the yellow, which I think is just a fun like add-on. Like it just looks, I don't know, I love the extra. I got the brunette skin hair color and then the extra box there. It's actually so fun to have like be hauling kits again because I really have not bought kits in so long. So that was Caress Press, and then finally for my sticker orders is SPC, and now I have an SPC order and a mystery, a couple of mysteries actually that I've bought from like Buy Sell Trade and Instagram and stuff, so I've kind of combined them together. I'll start with my in-shop order. I did get this journaling card, which I don't need, but anyway. And this was during her Pop Culture Bring Back event. And I picked up 2 kits actually with the exact same theme, and that is Bridgerton. So I got into Bridgerton. I have no idea where that cut me off, but I only got into Bridgerton very late. So I got into it last year, and so I missed all of the art and the kits and the kind of like stuff that we got for it. And so when she brought this back, I was like, yes, I need this. So this is called Daphne, which is obviously based on the first season of Bridgerton, with Daphne and the Duke. And they only had a mini kit left, so I picked it up because I can make extra boxes. Like I've obviously got my shop and my printable stuff, so that's fine, but I just wanted like the base kit, obviously the full boxes. And yeah, so it's quite an old kit. It doesn't even have split bottom washi. It also doesn't have many full boxes, I've just noticed. 8. It's literally got 9, and I need 10. So we'll see what we do there, but that's okay. I liked it. I wanted the art. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get it again, so I just picked it up. And then we got another Bridgerton kit, which I actually didn't realize when I bought it. I thought it was for season 3, so with Colin and Penelope, but no. No. It is called Viscount, and it is Kate and Anthony, which, if you didn't know, are my #1. And like, sorry if they're not yours because you're wrong. But anyway, so I feel like it's such a me thing. They like so my kind of couple. But yeah, I had no idea that this was for Kate and Anthony, which is just amazing because they are my #1. They are the only season that I've gone back and watched. I also have watched the last episodes in that season multiple times because they're my favorites. And so I'm really excited to have this one. Obviously, like going forward, the next seasons aren't like Kate and Anthony. They obviously moved to different couples, but I'm still going to use my Kate and Anthony kit. That's my favorite couple. So sorry, not sorry. Also, I love the colors in this kit. This is really beautiful. I'm really excited about this one. This was the main one that I wanted, and then I kind of was like, I don't really want to buy just one kit, so I ordered the other one. But again, they only had mini kits, which is not ideal, I guess. It's not ideal when there's no extras available. It's okay when there's extras, but yeah, so anyway, that's fine. I can make it work. And again, that's not really my priority. This kit was my priority. Definitely saving it for when the new season debuts. And we're still going to be thinking about Kate and Anthony over here. Then I've got 2 mystery kits to finish off. So I've got March and April. And I feel like as a whole, her mystery kits have been absolutely nailing it recently. I actually, so much so that I probably would have resubscribed if the dollar wasn't so bad, because the mystery kit in Australian is like $55, and I just can't commit to that when I can't see the kit beforehand, and I might not like it because I can't sell it. But every kit this year has been a banger. I've picked up almost all of them. It's like one, or I think the thrifting one. I don't need that kit, but I did like it. But otherwise, I've just been like collecting them in when people sell them on Instagram. But yeah, I really feel like she has been nailing it this year. So this is called Mermaid, and this is obviously what my mermaid foil is to go with. I just feel like, whoa, okay, that was the right foil color, and then the magenta as well. So I'll go through the stuff first. So these are the full boxes. The colors are just so quintessential mermaid kit, but good. I don't know. I feel like they're really rich and vibrant, which I love this green. I feel like that's not really a mermaid color, but it like adds to it so much. I just think this is so stunning. I just love everything about it. I really do. I then picked up the in-store add-ons as well, but I've just gone and collated them together. So I got the Fashion People, and then the extra blue color because this is like my favorite shade of blue. So we'll mix that in a little bit as well. And then it did come with a foil bundle, which I obviously won't be keeping with it because I've got my own foil, but it is lavender hollow. And then there's these gold hollow bubble underlays. I think these bubble underlays are really cool. I just don't know that gold hollow goes with this kit. I understand lavender hollow because it's purple, but I just feel like it's a bit boring. I don't know, this kit is so like amazing that I just feel like I've got to do it justice. So that's why I'm going fun foil. And then last but not least for the stickers section is the, I think it's April Mystery. It is. It's called Second Chapter and it is used bookshop themed. However, I don't feel like it has to be used bookshop. It's just book themed in general to me. And it is so fun. I feel like there has been no shortage of book themed kits over the years and recently especially, but I don't love a lot of them, but this one I do. I love the colors. I think the Darcy art style works perfectly with this kind of kit. I don't know, I fucking hate this color, but that's okay. We'll work with that. I love it. I don't know. I really, there's just, it works for me. I think this is such good art. It's book themed, but it's also a bit different being used bookshop. I don't know. I love it. The cat's a bit weird, but anyway. Yeah, so that's the kit. And then it comes with just a gold generic foil bundle, which I don't know that I would put gold with this. I don't know what I would put not gold. I guess gold looks a bit yellow. Maybe rose to bring out the pink, maybe? Maybe even, is it a silver kit? I don't know. I definitely don't see gold, so that'll just be a bundle that I keep. You know, I never say no to a gold foil bundle. So, that is everything for this sticker portion. If that's all you are interested in, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. But if you're interested in seeing the books that I recently picked up, then stay on the line because I will be going through those. There's not too many, I won't go too long, but that's what we'll run into now. Alright, let's get into the book stuff, and I apologise that you could kind of see more stuff than you normally would be able to, but I just don't have enough room, so we're going to roll with it. Okay, so I've got a few books to run over. I mostly have been buying special editions of books. I fully now get the buying books and reading books are two different hobbies. Like, I fully get that. I have spent a shitload of money on books that I didn't need but wanted. So, first things first, we're going to go into my favorite, honestly my favorite book probably of all time. Well, aside from, I don't know, one of my favorite books of all time. And this is called What the River Knows. And this is a book set in in Egypt in the dawn of discovery, essentially, which I feel like is like 1880 to like 1920. And if you want to see my review, I read it in March. I think March. I go through it more in depth, but essentially it is, yeah, it's a historical fiction. It's technically historical fantasy, but the fantasy is very light on. It's pretty much historical fiction and it's YA. But something about it captured me and I cannot let go. So I already have in my previous book haul the Owl Crate special editions of both What the River Knows and What the Library Hides on my shelf, and those are essentially, they look similar to this but with more foiling and this sort of thing. This is the traditional hardcover image pattern, what do you call it, like design, I guess. However, I picked this up. The sprayed edges are like, they're fine, they're green on the top and then the side is like an ombre. Nothing really to write home about, and honestly, the cover is not really that exciting. However, it is signed, which is my first ever book that's been signed. So it's number 462. It's the first edition and it is signed. But what really, really, really drew me in, I'm going to move these out of the way because I can't, there we go, is we take this off, and this is how I'm going to display it. You ready? Oh my god, I cannot. This is beautiful. I absolutely love everything about her. This is beautiful. This is why I love this book so much. This imagery. When I read this series, this is where I am. I'm at the Nile. Like, I'm in Egypt. And this is just, this is why I bought it. I love this without the cover. So this is how I will be displaying it on my shelf, because again, I already have the Owl Crate versions that kind of have this, but obviously I'll be keeping this. So that is my first copy of what, no, not even my first copy. My first copy in this haul of What the River Knows. But then, oh look, it's the same book. Like, do I really need 5 editions of the same book series? No. But yes, I do now because I'm a book collector. So this is the Fairy Loot version of What the River Knows. And it is so beautiful. It's got sprayed like peach edges. It's got foiling on the front cover. The back cover is beautiful. I actually don't know if the actual book is printed. Oh my god. Ah! This is so beautiful. These cost me a fucking bomb to get sent here and I don't even care. These are so beautiful. Oh my god, I love. So this is What the River Knows, as I mentioned. Oh, that dust jacket is out of this world. And then, of course, I couldn't get one without the other. This is Where the Library Hides, and actually this blue is beautiful. Oh my god, I don't regret what I spent for 1 second. I really do not. I don't care how much this cost me. These are beautiful. You're probably sick of hearing me gushing, but yeah, this is now, I've got multiple versions of my favorite books, so hate me, what are you gonna do? Then moving on, I've got a couple of books from Bookish and Spice. So this is actually an Australian small business, which is so exciting. 1, because it doesn't cost me so much to get the items, but 2, like, supporting an Australian brand is fabulous. And they do exclusive special editions. They do a subscription, which I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to the Romantasy, which I'll go through in a second. But they were running a, like, seconds sale that actually went live on my birthday. So, oopsie, birthday, spend whatever you want, money's not real kind of a thing. And I did only buy 1 book. Did I need that book? No. Have I ever read that book before? No. Did I know what it's about? Also no. But it is beautiful. And so I got a, like, it's technically a second, but I have no idea what's wrong with it. It is beautiful. And it is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. And it is just incredible. Like, look at these sprayed edges. This is so beautiful. And then with the, because this was originally a subscription, you get the bookmark, which just has the most beautiful art. You get the, obviously the card. This is all like art. There's also like a, oh, you get the author signs it, which I like to put in my book. There's also a not safe for work art in here somewhere. Maybe I didn't keep it in here. Oh no, this is it. I won't show you this because I'll probably get banned, but they do send a print as well. And then, I mean, like, just look at this. This is incredible. I love it. This almost makes me want to read the hard copy. Even though I'm such a Kindle girly, I almost need to read this because it is so beautiful. So that is Sea of Ruin. And then I did also get my first actual subscription, which is called Serpents of Sky and Flame by Rebecca F. Kenny. And again, I haven't read this one. It was a subscription, so this one came to me. But again, like, it is just... the quality of these books and the fact that they're Australian is just really... I don't know. I'm so happy I found this place, this shop. Again, you get the art, you get the card, you get the print, and then I'm not going to show you the not safe for work print because again, I will get banned. But I don't know, it's just so, like, look at that. I don't know. Is it because I haven't been around special edition books for very long? I'm just new to collecting, but I don't know. I feel like the quality for the price, I feel like this cost me 60 Australian, including shipping, which, spoiler alert, the Fairy Loot books cost me $300. So I'll pay 60. Like, I'm happy with that. I feel like I'm really getting riled up here. I'm really passionate about books all of a sudden. Then we have some dust jackets, which, not technically books, but they're inside books, so we'll go through them. Now, have I purchased 3 separate sets of ACOTAR dust jackets in the last month? Yes. Am I sorry about it? No. I've got one of them. I went and picked up them on the weekend and I bought my books to go inside them. Another set have just been shipped and I can't remember where the third set is. Oh no, they're getting made. They're, excuse me, on pre-order. So, God, it's insane. Is this what happens to normal people or am I just insane? So, we're going to go through them. First, and I don't know where these are from. I bought them secondhand off a, I'm in like a couple of Australian reseller groups and I bought them off there, so I'm not sure. But this is the A Court of Thorns and Roses version, which obviously has Feyre and Tamlin. And they're just like simple but character heavy, which I really like. So that's the A Court of Thorns and Roses one. Then we've got A Court of Mist and Fury, which I know is a lot of people's favourite book, but it is not mine. It's my second favourite. I do love this. This is what made me fall in love with reading again, so it does have a special place in my heart. And then I love that you've got Valaris with the starfall in the background. Then we've got Wings and Ruin, which is, that was Feyre and Rhys, obviously, and then this is also Feyre and Rhys. And then I love this one because you've got, maybe it's not, no, sorry, it's not, it's the other one. This has like the wing. You can see the wing wraps around. And then this one has, yes, so this is Feyre in A Court of Frost and Starlight, but then on the back is Nesta and Elaine. And I don't love, like, this was folded in the wrong spot, so I'm kind of slowly gonna work it out. But yeah, I really love this one. And then, if you didn't know already, but you probably do because I don't shut up about it, this is my favorite book of all time. This is like, I have read this book 100 times and I will read it 100 more. Nesta and Cassian mean everything to me. They're my #1 fantasy couple. They're everything. So, this one gets displayed most prominently on my shelf. You can't even see it. Let me get these out of the way. But this is A Court of Silver Flames, and I mean, it also helps that these two characters are drawn my favorite out of the whole. This is how I picture Nesta. This is how I picture Cassian. The 8-pointed star on her back. She's got ataraxia. I love. And then on the back it has the crown, the mask, and the harp. And it's just, mwah. And that's my favorite book. So, that, my friends, is everything. I feel like the book section was a little crazy. If you're still here, thank you. If you're not still here, you didn't probably miss much. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in my next video, whenever and whatever that may be. Bye.